This week on Mind Your Own Business, how to deal with underperformance. If you've been in business for a while, the chances are that you've experienced underperformance in the past, or you may even have a situation right now in your business where somebody is simply not cutting the mustard. So what do you do about it? Well, you could try this, or this, or this, all of which of course are not really going to help you in the long run. So what you need to do, just like with any problem in life, is deal with underperformance head on. And I want to give you a simple 4-question framework that you can use to get to the bottom of underperformance issues in your business. So the first question is, do they understand it? Does the person in that particular role who's not performing, do they have a very clear understanding of what they're expected to do and what specific outcomes they need to achieve in order to be successful in their role? In my experience, most people genuinely want to do a good job, but if what is good in that person's mind is different to what is good in your mind, then that's where the underperformance can creep in, because they might be spending their time and their energy in the wrong places. So it's down to you to make sure that you have communicated crystal clear expectations, you are properly aligned with your team member so that they can go and do good work. The next question is, do they care? This is all about somebody's attitude to their role. Are they trying their best? Are they genuinely putting in the energy and effort required to be able to improve? If somebody is genuinely trying, they're putting energy into getting better, that's really important. If you have somebody that's not interested in getting better, they're not really trying, and your desire for them to get better is greater than their desire for them to get better, that is something that you're going to have to face up to and that you're going to have to address head on. The next question is, do they have the capacity? And capacity is really focused around 3 areas. Number 1 is, does the role fit in with their natural talents and abilities? If you have a role where there are high levels of attention to detail required, is the person naturally detail orientated? Or it's a sales role, for example, and the ability to build relationships is really important. If the person is not a natural relationship builder, if they don't naturally build rapport, then that is something that is going to be very difficult for you to train. The best roles are always those roles where somebody's natural abilities and talents dovetail nicely into what outcomes and expectations you have of them. The next point around capacity is the role realistic? If you are in a situation where your business has grown substantially or where there's been a great deal of change in the business that's affected this role, then the chances are that maybe this role is no longer one role. It might be 2 roles. And if you're asking one person to do 2 jobs, that's probably setting them up for failure. So if that's the case, you might need to relook at that situation and actually establish whether you need to recruit or do something else to share the responsibilities around to make the role more effective. Finally, around capacity, you need to look at, does the person have the skills and experience they need to be able to do the job? If they don't, then you need to be realistic about how long it's going to take to get them up to speed and whether the business has the resources and frankly can afford the time for that to happen. If it's going to take 24 months for somebody to get up to speed, that might not be something that you can financially wear, and therefore you might need to think again. Finally, you need to look at fit. Do they fit? And if somebody doesn't fit into the culture of the business, if they don't share the same values as you and your team, then again, the chances are that long-term success is not likely. And that's something that you are going to have to face up to. So those are the 4 simple questions. Do they understand it? Do they care? Do they have the capacity? And do they fit? Use those questions next time you have an underperformance issue, and I will see you next week on Mind Your Own Business.